Good evening. Welcome to the UK Quarantine Quiz, Little Les edition. In fact, it's the only edition of the UK Quarantine Quiz. So, without further ado, we will get on with the usual banter. Thank you for joining us on the 21st of April. We have my son Mark, the technical director in the States. And before we go any further, just to let you know, they've got very bad storms out in good old USA. So if we do get cut off for whatever reason, hopefully we'll try and join you as soon as possible. But if after 10 minutes we haven't gone back on air, then unfortunately it'll be a no-go. But touch wood, fingers crossed, we should be okay for this evening. Likewise, if you could let us know that you can see and hear us okay. So if you in the chat on your left-hand side of the screen, say hi, put at a host, say hi to Mark, good evening to myself, whatever you want to say. So we know your communication is working. For those teams that are new, that have joined us, if we have any, you can chat in the chat screen, and it's only Mark can see what you're chatting, and amongst your teams, no other team can see it. Likewise, we have the team captains in yellow highlighted at the top with a little star. It's the team captains that need to submit the answers, but the team can put in suggested answers. The team captain can change that answer at any time, but it's the last answer that's submitted is the one before the time runs out that we will see. Likewise, we have 60 seconds from the end of the question that I will ask. We'll give you a 10-second countdown apart from the last question. So how are we doing, Mark? Have we got any new teams, or have we got the usual teams? So
it looks like the usuals, the regulars tonight. So we've got the FAM, the Frazzled Lobsters, I'm Coming, Team Momo, Stand By, the Interstellar Sea Slugs, Bob, Stu, and Pauline, and the Fivals so far. Cosmic Cabbage are talking. I don't have an answer from you yet, but hi guys as well.
So the usual crowd, as usual. Thank you very much for joining us. Are we ready to rock and roll, or do you just want to just double check? Cosmic Cabbage, if you could just put an answer, doesn't matter what it is, so we can just make certain that your system's working and we will get your answers through.
Yeah, we got an answer through.
Thank you very much, Cosmic Cabbage. Right, so let's get underway.
Hang on a second. Let me just make sure. Hang on. Crean's extraordinarily long message has thrown off my quiz screen. Hang on. Okay. Alright, so the example question, everybody's got one in. Who fancies a pint down the Fivals? I think everybody does. Some good answers in there. But yes, I think the consensus is that everybody's looking forward to a pint down the Fivals.
Good.
So the answer
right,
is,
so
of course, me.
Right, so let's rock and roll. Let's get underway. Round one. Subject: cats and dogs. How well do you know your cats and dogs? Let's see. Here we go. Question one. A group of kittens shares its name with which IT device? A group of kittens shares its name with which IT device? And your timer started. Remember, 60 seconds from when I read out the question. Give you a 10-second countdown. Take into consideration the lag.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too bad. Sure, I'll be shouted at if it gets any worse. Oh, the sun is out. There you go.
A group of kittens shares its name with which IT device?
Would you call this an IT device?
Well, yeah, that's what I thought. It's a bit of a. How would you describe it, Mark?
Without giving it away, that's I would say electronic device, maybe.
Electronic device? Is it
Yeah.
an electronic? Is it an electronic application?
It's not an
Don't
app.
know. No, it's not an app, is it?
Well, technically, it's an app. Yes.
So we've given you well over a minute. So a group of kittens shares its name with which IT device, electronic device, electronic name? Yeah, right. So let's have a 10-second countdown. If you don't know, have a guess. Don't forget to submit your answer.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm just making sure. Yeah, there we go. All right, 10 seconds is coming your way. There we go. So get your answers in.
Question 2. On average, and I say on average, how many whiskers does a cat have? Go and grab hold of your moggy. Start counting. On average, how many whiskers does a cat have?
And yes, you're absolutely right, Genchick. Tonight, the Little Les quiz is being broadcast from the photo booth in Asda. That's where Little Les is. Look.
Yeah, with the bright lights.
Bright lights and green background. He's in Asda.
And before you ask, I haven't got me because of Asda's policy on Larry Gear. I've had to dress smart to go into Asda's.
Yeah, there's no funky jumper today, huh?
Yeah, so I've got me. I've got my. As you can see, I've got my.
HMS
Say
Victory.
HMS Victory special T-shirt. Not many people have one of these. Right, so 10-second countdown. On average, how many whiskers does a cat have? So I'm a mess member of HMS Victory. So Nelson did have a cabin and it has got a bar in, and I'm privileged that I can go on there whenever I like. Question 3. In which month of the year is the annual Crufts Dog Show generally held? And I think this is a 1 in 12 chance, isn't it, Mark?
Ooh, very good.
Don't ask me what that is in percentage wise or decimal place. In which month of the year is the annual Crufts Dog Show generally held?
You've been practicing your maths. I like it.
Yeah. I've been doing that with the little fella who's my grandson, who's 2. Quite amazingly, he knows number 1, and then we count up to 9, and he knows number 10. So I don't know how that works. So he knows the number 1, but when I say the word, go for the numbers and get to 9, he always says 10. So right, here we go. 10-second countdown coming up. In which month of the year is the annual Crufts Dog Show generally held? And Quinny there'll be hard questions for her to this evening because they're, as it says, mostly UK orientated. So question 4. What name is given to a female cat? Now, there are 2 acceptable answers. Either one will do, but don't be clever and write down both because you won't score. We only want one. What name is given to a female cat? 2 acceptable answers. Either one will do. Don't give us both. Only give us one. If you give us both, you won't score.
Yeah,
The
but
reason
saying things like "don't be clever" to some of these folks, that's just asking for trouble.
Well, the reason being is you could give 2 answers. One of them could be right, the other one could be wrong. So it gets around that problem. So
True.
what name is
True.
what name is given to a female cat? And there are 2 acceptable answers. Either one will do, but don't give both. So 10-second countdown coming up. So here we go. Question 5. What color is the tongue of a chow?
What?
A chow.
That's not what the question says.
Officially a chow chow.
What was that? Say it again.
Choo choo. Chow chow. What color is the tongue of a chow?
Just seeing how many times I can get you to say it. We've had a new team join us. Hello, new team. Let me see who you are. We've had Bess the dog join us.
Bess the dog.
Bess the
Bess
dog.
BESS. Bess the dog. Good evening, Bess the dog. Hopefully you'll get the gist of the evening. It's very similar to if you are familiar with Quiz Lads, the UK quarantine quiz. If you join us from them, welcome. We have 5 rounds. First and third round could be on any subjects. Round 2 is always a picture round. Round 4 is always a music round. And round 5 again could be either general knowledge or a theme or a mixture. So we're moving on to question 6, which is the only one of the big group of cats that does not have retractable claws. So think of all the different types of big group of cats. Which one of them does not have retractable claws? And for the new team's benefit, if you're not aware, I asked the questions. You have 60 seconds, and then on the screen is a 10-second countdown. For question 10, I actually give you that countdown. And which is the only one of the big group of cats that does not have retractable claws?
Yeah, if you're listening, Bess the dog, give us a wave in chat. Say hello.
Let us know where you're from, who's in your group, and we'll give you a shout out.
Although we did have a rogue team. I reckon it's those lobsters. They're all splitting off and forming rogue teams.
Right, so 10-second countdown coming up, which is the only one of the big group of cats that does not have retractable claws. Question 7, keeping with the theme of cats and dogs, which dog's name translate from the German for badger dog? Which dog's name translates from the German for badger dog? And that question was asked just recently on the Chase. Which dog's name translate from the German for badger dog?
The lobsters get a bonus point for making a Life of Brian joke.
So which dog's name translate from the German for badger dog? No white knight tonight then, Crinny. So you're stuck in your own.
Yeah, Crinny's flying solo.
Which dog's name translate from the German for badger dog? 10-second countdown coming up.
Chris still hasn't defected from the lobsters to Team Momo. Didn't happen.
Not yet. Not yet. Question 8. How many teeth should an adult cat have? Grab hold of your moggy. Open his mouth. Start counting. How many teeth should an adult cat have? And every week I try to throw in a question from my grandchildren, and that's the one that Sophie, bless her, aged 11, put in there. How many teeth should an adult cat have?
So what you're saying is if you don't know the answer to this, then you're not as smart as an 11-year-old.
Correct.
Alright. Just want to make everybody feel a little dumb.
So, how many teeth should an adult cat have? 10-second countdown.
Yeah, it's definitely some questions tripping some people up in this round.
And round 3 was kindly supplied by my granddaughter, aged 7. So that's going to be an interesting round. Question 9. What is unusual about the Basenji breed of dog? Basenji. Basenji. What is unusual about the Basenji breed of dog?
I wondered where round 3 came from. That does look like Meg's favourite list.
Meg's input on that one.
Yeah.
What is unusual about the Basenji breed of dog? So 40 seconds gone, 20 seconds left. We'll give you a 10-second countdown. Remember, team captains, submit your answer. You can change your answer as often as you like. Chat amongst yourselves on the chat screen on the left-hand side bottom. Mark can see your chat. I cannot, so feel free to give me grief because I don't see it or hear it. So 10-second countdown coming up. Remember, question 10, you don't get a 10-second countdown on the screen. You get my dulcet tones giving you a 10-second warning. Right, so here we go. Question 10. How much did dog licenses cost in England and Wales before they were abolished in 1987? How much did dog licenses cost in England and Wales before they were abolished in 1987? This is often used as a tiebreaker question. So how much did dog license cost in England and Wales before they were abolished in 1987?
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be 10 out of 10s in this round.
And this one you either know or you don't, but still have a good guess.
This was a lot of money back in 1987.
Right, so 10-second countdown coming up. I've actually given you 60 seconds on this one. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That is it. That's the first round. Make certain you've submitted an answer for question 10, and we will go through the answers.
All right, here we go.
A group of kittens shares its name with which IT device? We did have a debate about that. It's a Kindle of kittens.
So Kindle is technically an app as well. So
yeah.
Technically you were right.
Yeah, Kindle of kittens. How many whiskers does a cat have on average? Answer 24. 12 each side. 24.
Seeing my number answers backwards. No, I'm seeing them forwards, Julia. The way I read all of the other numbers.
So question 3, in which month of the year is the annual cross show generally held? March.
Now, we had a point on this. I think the key here is generally held, because isn't it being held differently this year?
Well, yes, and last year. Well,
it's in
so
July as well.
Yeah, so that is why the word generally held. So it's like the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is generally held in a particular month, but there's the odd occasion, or has been the odd occasion, where it's been held in another month. So answer is March.
All right. Julia, if you're seeing numbers backwards, then you might have your character set to Arabic or something. I don't know. I'm seeing your answers the correct way round.
That's the main things. Question 2. 2 names for a female cat. You can have Queen or Molly? Either one. Queen or Molly. What is the color of a chow? Black. The tongue of a chow, black. What's the only group of cats that does not have retractable claws? The big group of cats. It's a cheetah. Badger dog German is a dachshund. And I'm certain there's a variation of spellings on that one, Mark.
Yep, there is. Hang on. Oh, I'm glad to see Best the Dog got that one right.
Question 8. How many teeth should an adult cat have? 30. 30. Two less than we do.
Yeah, there we go. Hang on. Everybody's shouting at me. What are you shouting at me now for? Hang on. A chow chow has a blue-black tongue, apparently.
Yeah, well, I'll accept that.
What, you'll accept? Yeah?
I'll
Alright.
accept a blue-black tongue, yeah.
Hang on. Which question are we on?
Question 8.
Alright.
How many teeth should an adult cat have?
Let me just mark you for the chow chow. Hang on. Yep, don't worry, Julia, I got you. It may look backwards, but it's not. And I know everybody's sending me how many teeth their cats have got. No. I think we're talking.
That's why the word should an adult cat have. What is unusual about the Bazanji breed of dog? It doesn't bark. Really weird.
Okay, I think I got your variations. There we go.
And number 10, how much did a dog license cost in 1987? 37 pence.
Now, I saw some people talking about this in chat. So anybody want to contest the 37 pence? I thought I saw a 7 and 6, but...
Before they were abolished in 1987. So if you had a dog in England or Wales in 1987 or just at the beginning of 1987, you had to pay 37p for it.
Yeah, there might be some... I tell you what, nobody got that correct, so nobody gets a point. There's some debate around rounding up and rounding down, but you know what? Nobody got that right, so nobody gets a point.
There you go.
How about that? Everybody's even. No debate.
End of.
Yeah, little Les doesn't do half P's. Come on. 37.5 pence. Come on. Oh dear. Let's not confuse little Les with what's 37 plus 50%. Let's not do that. Alright. Anyway.
Right. Here we go. Frazzle Losses. I am Momo standby 7. 5 alls 7. Interstellar Sea Slugs 5. Team Momo X Cross Creations Welcome 4. Cosmic Cabbage 3. Best the Dog 2. Bob and Stu and Pauline 2. Fam 1. Not a good round all round for everyone. Right, so moving on to round 2. Crinny, you're going to struggle on this one, I think, because these are all mostly UK programs. So, pictures, name the TV show, and they are all linked with detectives, cops, that theme. So, question 1, name the TV show from the picture that you see in front of you.
You say that, but Crinny actually watches, I think, more British TV than I do. So, yeah. She might surprise you. Come on, Crinny, don't let me down. This is a good one. I like this one.
Yeah. I like this one because it's usually not too complicated and it's like lasts for an hour, which is my attention span. So name the TV show from the picture that you see in front of you.
And this is on Netflix over here, Crinny, in case you wanted to binge it.
And of course, most of the detective series and cop themed pictures, TV shows are set against a book. So this is based on a book order. Right, so 10-second countdown coming up.
Close, Crinny. Close.
Right, question 2. Name the TV show.
Gen check, I think we've had 4, if you're counting. Not that I'm counting.
Name the TV show of the character that you normally and mainly see this person in. Name the TV show that you normally and mainly see this TV character in. So 40 seconds gone, 20 seconds left. So 10-second countdown coming up.
Yeah, then it gets a bit trickier. Some of these I'd never heard of.
Well, question 3. Name the TV show. And I can tell you your mum is downstairs watching this one now.
I was going to say, is this a new one? I don't recognise this one.
No, this is a, I'd say, oldish one.
Yeah, I don't recognise this one.
Not way back, but it's still, I think it's, I'd like to say 80s. Someone might correct me if they know the answer of this one. I think it was late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, say your mum is watching this one now. Right, 20 seconds got remaining. Remember, I'll give you a shout out in a couple of seconds. So 10-second countdown coming up. Right, moving on. Question number 4. Have you seen this one, Mark? Name the TV show. I wouldn't have thought you'd seen this one.
No, I don't recognise this one.
You know who the person is on the left, are you? Not the vicar. You know who that person is?
I do know, not the vicar. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crinny's noticed that there's a lot of vicars and priests who solve crimes in England.
Well, why not? They've got help from above, haven't they?
Exactly.
Yeah. A quick bring and a prayer, as they say, and they can get it solved. So name the TV show from the picture you see in front of you. So 10-second countdown coming up. Question 5. Name the TV show. I must admit, I didn't know this one. I've not seen it, but I'm speaking with people. Quite a few people like this show. As I say, I've not seen this one at all.
Yep. This is on Netflix over here too.
Oh, is it? Have you? Have you seen this?
I've watched a couple. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple.
So I've not seen this at all. I know one of these questions, and I won't say Crinny will have the answer within seconds. So she's definitely going to score 1 without a doubt.
Possibly the next one.
I think it might be.
Could be the next one. No pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, I must admit, the question 6 that used to be one of my all-time favorites. So, question 5 from the picture you see in front of you. Name the TV show. And 10-second countdown coming up.
I was going to say, everybody got their answers in on that one pretty quick.
Yeah,
actually.
I didn't say. No, that would have been hard to me. I didn't know that one. Oh no, not this one. Question 6. Name the TV show. I must admit, I've never seen this program, but I know it in the UK. It has been extremely popular.
And they did an American version as well.
Oh, did they?
And I actually watched the American version first, and then the English version, and they were both just as good as each other, I think, personally.
Were they the same stories or storyline, or completely different?
Very, very, very similar.
Yeah.
Minor differences, and obviously the American one was set in the US.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Washington State, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
See, Crinny thought the American one was rubbish and the UK one was brilliant. I thought they were both good, I have to admit.
Yeah, where they filmed this, that suddenly made it a very famous place, and it was, famous insofar as people visiting it anyhow, tourist-wise. But it made it even more famous. Right, 10-second countdown coming up. Name the TV show from the picture that you see in front of you. Right, okay. So here we go. Question 7. I expect Crinny to get this one, no problem. Name the TV show. One of my all-time favorite police, detective, etc. shows. Name the TV show.
Yeah, you say that. I wouldn't have known this one. I could have guessed at this one.
Well, the character that you see in front of her, she was in it all the time, but everyone relates lots of other characters more so than her. But this sergeant was in the majority of all the episodes.
Yeah, but you're assuming because it's an American show, Crinny would know the answer.
Oh, true.
I told you, Crinny watches more British TV than American.
Right, 10-second countdown coming up. I'm certain, Crinny, when I say the answer, you'll say, "Oh yeah, of course it is."
Good answer, fam. I would see that.
Question 8. Name the TV show. I thought this was the hardest one of them all.
Yeah, I did not know this one.
Again, I haven't seen this one, but I thought this was the hardest of them all. So if you watch it or have watched it, then easy. But if you have no idea, Phil and Les Collins sounds like a good idea. Name the TV show.
And it doesn't matter if you come last, best the dog.
No.
Because you're actually becoming top of the reverse table. That's how you got to look at it.
And as we say every week, if you come bottom or second from bottom, then you've got a goal to try and achieve the next week. Right, so 10 seconds is on.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. Little Les's jumper action is very toned down tonight. Yeah.
So question 9, name the TV show. Name the TV show. Well, I'm wearing the same badge as my very good friend, and if you watched the HRH Prince Philip, his funeral on Saturday, the Garrison Sergeant Major Tony is a good friend of mine and Clive's. Great bloke. He was the one on Saturday that was in charge of everything military wise. He was the one with the big stick and the red coat, the regimental sergeant major, garrison sergeant major. He's the highest ranking non-commissioned officer. So wearing my top in honor of him. So he did a good job. And I should be with him in July. Right, 10-second countdown coming up. Name the TV show. Last but least, name the TV show from the picture that you see in front of you. Again, Crinny's going to have no idea on this one.
It's a good show. I like this.
Yeah. Again, an hour show, plain and simple.
It is funny. I'm Julia. I don't know what you're doing, but I am now getting all of your answers in backwards.
How much wine? How much wine has she had to drink?
Down the five alls. They got a lock-in down the five alls. Julia's just wasted as she goes through the whole bar, typing in all the answers backwards. That's very clever. How are you doing that? That's brilliant.
Right, 10-second countdown coming up. So I will give you that verbally. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that is it.
Okay, let's oh, let me just refresh. Okay, let's go through your answers. Here we go.
Number 1. TV show is Father Brown. Father Brown. I can't remember who wrote Father Brown, but yeah, Father Brown.
Yeah, highly recommend that one, Crinny. Sorry, it's not Law and Order Special Priests Unit. Although I would see that. That's a good one.
Question 2. Name the TV show CSI Miami. You need the Miami. Number 3. Wycliffe. Detective set in Cornwall.
Not Two Old Codgers Solve Crimes. Good guess, Crinny.
Name the TV show Grantchester. Number 5. Luther.
Yeah, everybody got that one.
Number 6. Broadchurch. Number 7. Hill Street Blues. Be careful out there. How they always used to start off. Hill Street Blues.
And we have our first Philippa Collins Investigates. Good job, fam.
Number 8. Scott and Bailey. I thought that was a hard one. Scott and Bailey. So well done if you got that one.
Hang on. Let me check spellings. I think I got everybody. Mum and daughter solve crimes and their fraught relationship. Another good one, Crinny, but not quite.
Number 9, Silent Witness. She starred in the show for the first 8 series. And question 10, Hetty Wainthropp.
I think technically it's Hetty Wainthropp Investigates. I think. But you had Hetty Wainthropp.
Yeah.
Clever Nan and Grandson versus Hooligans.
Right, so how did we fare on that round? Better than the Cats and Dogs? Did it throw you?
Look. Here we go.
Oh, the Frazzle Lobsters like that round went pulled away to 17. 5 alls 13. Cosmic Cabbage 13. Team Momo 7. The Fam 6. The Interstellar Sea Slug 6. Best the Dog 5. And Bob and Stu and Pauline 4. So tight at the top, tight at the bottom. So let's see what we do. Round 3 is, like I said, the half of the questions were given to me by my 7-year-old granddaughter. So she gave me half, and I came up with the other half. So the questions are all about animated movies, and I need the voice of a character of the movie. So question 1, who's the voice of Puss in Boots in the animated movie of Shrek? Who is the voice of Puss in Boots in the animated movie of Shrek? And your time starts now. As always, as long as it looks phonetically correct, we don't need the exact spelling, but as long as it looks phonetically correct. So if the answer is Les Hayho and you put Kez Hayho, then that's obviously unacceptable because it needs to be the correct first name and surname, unless otherwise advised. But who's the voice of Puss in Boots in the animated movie of Shrek? So my granddaughter gave me all the movies, and then I looked up who they were because I didn't know them. So 10-second countdown coming up. Who is the voice of Puss in Boots in the animated movie of Shrek?
Have you seen all of these, by the way? I take it you have.
I have, but I couldn't tell you who played them. Who's the voice of Princess Anna in the animated movie of Frozen? Who is the voice of Princess Anna in the animated movie of Frozen?
And how many times have you watched Frozen?
Well, I fell asleep 5 times. Who's the voice of Princess Anna in the animated movie of Frozen?
Yeah, I watched it once. That was it. It was a good movie, but I don't need to see.
You don't need to see it again.
Don't need to see any more.
Who's the voice of Princess Anna in the animated movie of Frozen? It helps if you've seen the movies, of course, but if you haven't, then take a wild guess. You've got nothing to lose. I think most of these people are famous themselves within their own rights, and I think the characters that have been selected from the movies again are reasonably well known. But if you 10-second countdown coming up.
Yeah, I think everybody would have heard of all of these actors and actresses. Yes, absolutely.
Question 3. Who is the voice of the genie in the animated movie of Aladdin? I don't think that's the right spelling, is it, Mark?
I don't know. I copy and paste the questions that you give me. Are you putting a pound in the jar?
Yeah. Who is the voice of the genie in the animated movie of Aladdin?
Hang on, I'll update it.
Well, just double check it first.
We have the technology. There you go. How about that?
I can't see it's been amended.
It should have been. I sent it.
Shall I F5 it?
F5 it, go on. Which dwarf did Little Les voice? Which one were you?
It just so happens, I can I'll give a quick change later on, and you'll see, because I've got it underneath. I'm wearing it underneath what I'm wearing now because it's cold where I am. So I have 2 t-shirts on. So 10-second countdown coming up. Who's the voice of the genie in the animated movie of Aladdin?
Yes, Bob, Stu, and Pauline. To answer your question, that one.
Ten seconds.
Yep, hang on. There we go.
Question 4. Who is the voice of Buzz Lightyear in the animated movie of Toy Story? Who is the voice of Buzz Lightyear in the animated movie of Toy Story? Buzz Lightyear. I'm certain everyone knows Buzz Lightyear. I'm certain everyone knows the movie of Toy Story. But who voiced Buzz Lightyear?
So in breaking quiz news, the Frazzled Lobsters have changed their name. They're apparently going to form a breakaway European super quiz, which I don't know. I think we need to get the quiz community up in arms and put a stop to it. I might have to dock them 20 points. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, we'll ban them from all European quiz competitions, but that means they can still play in the UK quarantine quiz one.
They could, but we should dock them some points for even raising it, surely.
No. What we need to find out is why are they doing it? Because is it financial gain? Because there's a lot to gain by finance wise if they did it. Right, so let's 10-second countdown.
Yeah, but they probably just want to form a European super quiz with them and a couple of their mates, and it's just what's the point?
No one will attend. I mean, straight away.
Chris is secretly Ed Woodward. Nice.
Right, question 5. Who is the voice of Tigress in the animated movie of Kung Fu Panda? Kung Fu Panda. Who is the voice of Tigress in the animated movie of Kung Fu Panda? Is this a better round for everyone, or are you struggling? We'll find out in a few minutes. Halfway through this round. Who is the voice of Tigress in the animated movie of Kung Fu Panda? And Best of Dog, what we've been doing on the music round, we start off with the 1970s decade, and then of UK number ones, and then we went to the 80s, and then we went to the 90s, and I believe this week we are in the 2000s. So 10-second countdown coming up.
Yep, Genchik is really looking forward to that round. I can tell already.
So question 6 coming up now. Right, this needs to be changed, Mark. So it should be, who is the voice of Captain John Smith in Pocahontas?
Put another pound in the pot.
Yeah, who is the voice of Captain John Smith in the animated film of Pocahontas?
Hang on.
So give you time.
There we go.
Who is the voice of Captain John Smith in the animated film of Pocahontas? Not of the same name, Matt. Mark. Who's the voice of Captain John Smith in the animated film? So you can put a pound in there.
I wrote what you told me to write.
Yeah, who's the voice of Captain John Smith in the animated film of Pocahontas?
Film. I can't see because my camera's in the way. Hang on. There we go.
So, yeah, yeah. Who is the voice of Captain John Smith in the animated film Pocahontas?
Spelling it phonetically. There you go.
So, yeah. Shouldn't that be poke a hunt horse?
Depends.
Right.
Depends on your accent, doesn't it?
Yeah. So again, give you a couple more seconds. Who's the voice of Captain John Smith in the animated film Pocahontas? Right. So let's have a 10-second countdown.
Yeah, definitely tripping up a few people this round.
Question 7, back to Shrek. Who was the voice of Princess Fiona in the animated film of Shrek? Who was the voice of Princess Fiona in the animated film of Shrek?
And no cosmic cabbage. That was not the adult version of that movie.
So, who was the voice of Princess Fiona in the animated film of Shrek?
See, how many questions did that last? That lasted, what, 3 questions? And now the lobsters are pulled out from the European Super Quiz.
Right, so here we go. So 10-second countdown coming up. Who was the voice of Princess Fiona in the animated film of Shrek? Moving on to question 8. Who was the voice of Gratuity Ducci in the animated film of Home, Home? Who was the voice of Gratuity Tucci in the animated film of Home, Home? Have you seen this one, Mark?
I have. I've seen all of these, of course.
So, who was the voice of Gratuity Tucci in the animated film of Home, Home?
Although some of these are tough.
Well, they're all tough if you don't know the answers. But it's even tougher still if you try and have a guess, because there are hundreds, of course, of celebrities. Any one of them could have done it. Who was the voice of Gratuity Tucci in the animated film of Home, Home?
Best the Dog are slowly on a recruiting drive. The team is getting larger and larger.
Good.
Getting
Hope
some
to
pressure.
Best the Dog. Hope to see you for 8 o'clock start next Wednesday. As I say, we normally start just before 8, but actually get going just about 5 past. Get underway. It's the same format every week. Right, so 10-second countdown coming up. Different subjects, different rounds every week to make certain every team has a chance. It's going to be an interesting week next week. There is going to be a round. There is going to be a round on sex, sex. So that should be good for a laugh. Question 9. Who was the voice of Angie, Angi? Who was the voice of Angie in the animated film of Shark Tale? So, like I said, should be good for a laugh next week. There is going to be a round on sex, sex.
Can't wait. Was Home any good? I thought it was okay. I thought Home was okay. Not amazing, but watchable.
So, who was the voice of Angie in the animated film of Shark Tale?
What are all the kids watching at the moment? Little Les.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Julia, I don't know what your laptop is your tablet's doing, but I'm getting some really funny answers in from you. That's brilliant.
Who was the voice of Angie in the animated film of Shark Tale? So 10-second countdown coming up. Remember, last question. You get the countdown from me. No countdown on the system. So 10-second countdown coming up for question number 9. Here we go.
And yes, little Les is having a sex round next week because he genuinely wants to know the answers to some of these questions. He does not know the answers.
No, yeah. And I don't know what the subject is. That went by me years ago. Question 10. Who was the voice of Sully, in the animated film of Monsters, Inc.? Who was the voice of Sully, i.e. Sullivan, in the animated film of Monsters, Inc.?
Oh, tell Mother she's on camera right now. Go on.
No, she's not. She'll panic.
I can see little Lynn handing off coffees in the background.
So, who was the voice of Sullivan, i.e. Sully, in the animated film of Monsters, Inc.? How did you fare this round? Was it a good round for you? Was it a bad round? Mediocre? I think I would have got 1 on this round.
Yeah, Yeah.
So different rounds every week, different subjects to hopefully expand everyone's knowledge or increase everyone's knowledge or give everyone a fair chance. So 10-second countdown coming up. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Let's go through the answers. Puss in Boots, Shrek, it was Antonio Banderas. Number 2, Christian Bell was Princess Anna. Christian Bell. Number 3, the genie in Aladdin was Robin Williams. Great bloke, great character. Buzz Lightyear was voiced by Tim Allen.
Or Alan Tim, as the Five Alls call him.
Kung Fu Panda Tigress was Angelina Jolie. Number 6, Captain John Smith in the animated film Pocahontas was Mel Gibson. Cameron Diaz was Princess Fiona's voice in Shrek. Gratuity Tiptucci in the animated film of Home was Rihanna.
Get your spelling. I'm just laughing at Julie. Don't worry, I'm marking you correct, Julie. You got the correct answer that is backwards. Literally.
And Angie in Shaltark was Renee Zellweger.
Renee what?
Zellweger.
I prefer Zellweger.
Question 10, Sully was John Goodman.
Ooh, that was a very, very interesting round. I think we might have to do a few more of those rounds. Lobsters didn't like that round. All right, here we go.
Right, so scores on the doors are Frazzle Lobsters 22, 5 Alls catching up with 21. Likewise, Cosmic Cabbage on 21. So obviously that was a good round for both those teams. Now only 1 point behind. Team Momo 16. Good round for Team Momo. Best the Dog gone up a few places on 9. Bob and Stu and Pauline 8. The Fam 7 and the Interstellar Sea Slug 6. So the top three stroke 4 teams and the lower league 4 teams just only a point or 2 in difference. So right, so I think this will sort out the men from the boys, the girls from the ladies. Round 4 is a music round. For best the dog, as I say, what happens is I hand over to Mark in the States. Because of the lag, we allow him to go on and ask the questions, and you get so many seconds. You get an introductory of music, depends on the round and what we're doing. I believe all the rounds are either 40 seconds or 30 seconds, but we will only play it once. So listen out carefully. It'll only be played once. They're all UK #1 hit singles. So the first one will be 2000, next one will be 2001, and so on. So over to you, Mark. And I will take my top off.
And it helps if I'm not muted. Yeah. Sorry, I had to juggle a whole bunch of windows around. You should be able to hear me now. still hear me? Is this working? Yep. Yeah, I've got too many windows open. That's what happens. Alright, so let's get this underway. You are going to hear 40 seconds from this piece of music. Here we go. Why is there no music? Bear with me a second. Right, let's try this again. You're going to get 40 seconds. Here we go. Okay, after a bit of stop and start, you got 40 seconds from that piece of music, which was a UK #1 hit in the year 2000. So this may have been a remake, for those of you who recognise the tune, but we are looking for who got to #1 with this in the UK in the year 2000. So have a think about it, get your answers in. We are getting answers in. Yeah, it seems obvious when you say it, Chris, but alright, so we're only going to play these once because we're doing 30 and 40 second playthroughs. So get your answers in, otherwise we are moving on to... Oh god, you had to pick this one, didn't you, little Les? So we're in the year 2000, we're going to move on to the year 2001. You're going to get 30 seconds from this piece of Little Les music. I expect him to go full crazy dance on this one because Little Les played this a lot back then. Here we go. Alright, sing along if you know the words. Here we go.
Roll another. Yeah. Oh, la da 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 da. La da da. La da da da. La da da da. La da da da. I was gonna clean my room until I got high. I was gonna get up and find the broom, but then I got high.
And then I got home.
I don't know what little Les is up to. He's in his own little world down there. In his own little world. And yes, happy belated 420, Crinny. It was 420 yesterday. I don't know if anybody knows what that means, but it was 420 yesterday. So yeah, we are looking for the name of the artist, group, or band who sang this piece of music. Little Les was a big fan of this piece of music. I think you either love this song or you hate it. There's a lot of love and hate both ways for this. Alright, get your answers in, otherwise we are going to move on to question 3, so get your answers in. We are moving on to 2002. And again, we're looking for the name of the artist, band, singer, or group. Here we go. You're going to get 30 seconds from this. Right. You got 30 seconds of that tune from 2002. Even if you don't know the song, you might be able to have a guess. They have a pretty distinctive sound, I should say. Not one of my favorites of theirs, to be honest. Right, so get your answers in. Like my head wobble. Yeah, that's the my head wobble is the default 5-volts bop. All right, get your answers in. We are moving on to question 4. In fact, the last time I sang a piece of music from that band was down the 5-volts, I believe. In fact, yeah, it would have been. All right, so we're in the year 2003. We want to know what this UK #1 hit was. You're going to get another 30 seconds of music. We're looking for the artist, group, or band. Here we go.
I'm so rushed off my feet, looking for Gordon Street. So much I need to say. I'm sorry that it's on her wedding day, 'cause she's so right for me. Her daddy disagrees. He's always hated me because I never got a G.O.B. 'Cause she's mine, and I'm glad I crashed the wedding. It's better than the wedding.
Yeah, generic 2000s emo pop song. Who sang that is the question. I'm impressed people are getting this right. I thought that was a tough one. I had to really think about that one. Because there were lots of bands who sang very similar songs all out at the same time. So have a think about it. Get your answers in. Yeah, we'll have to. I need to record Quiz Wife's Get Your Answers In. I'll go steal it from another video and we can cut it in. Alright, we are moving on to question 5. So get your answers in. Here we go. Question 5 coming your way. We are now in 2004. Yep, there we go. Okay, lag isn't too bad. So we're now in 2004. Which group, artist, or band had this UK #1? Hang on. Here we go. Echo and backing vocals provided by Little Les. Yes, Little Les chose this, I think, purely for the video. A lot of you may know the song. Yeah, Little Les chose it for the video. I wish I could take a screenshot of where the video is paused right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm impressed. People are getting there. It's a great tune. And I'm even more impressed that the Five-Alls are getting these right. Are you sure, Julia? This is 2004. I don't think I've heard anything past like 1989 in the Five-Alls before. So I'm impressed you guys are getting the answers. Definitely. All right, get your answers in. Question 6 is coming your way. It is a banger. Yep. Great tune. Julia, we do have a jukebox. Yes, but it has those little 45 black records in. You have to keep turning them over. It's most annoying. Alright. Oh god. You're gonna get you're gonna get another 30 seconds from a Little Les classic again. One that he used to annoy the hell out of everybody with. Seriously. Here we go.
What's going on?
Ding, ding. Crazy.
Ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
Little Les having a freak. Having a freak. Alright, we'll let you think of that. Who sang that? I think everybody knows the song, but can you remember who sang it? Is the question. Apparently the Five-Alls jukebox is now connected to the internet, which is great to hear. It's a shame that you can't use it when somebody else is on the telephone. And it's a shame it's probably the Russian internet. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Okay, get your answers in. Question 7 is coming your way. We are now in 2006. And you are going to get another 30 seconds. Here we go.
Take it back, take it back, take it back.
Everybody look at me, me. I walk in the door, you start screaming. Come on, everybody, what you here for? Move your body around like an info.
Slightly tougher one, I thought there. I had to think about this one. I think Little Les is trying to catch everybody off. How do they record onto those little black discs? That's a good question. Knowing the Five-Alls and Gosport, they probably download songs over the internet. They have a little factory out back. They record it all onto little 45s. Yeah, I had never heard this song either, actually. Lots of people not a fan of this song, apparently. Okay, make sure we're getting answers in. So, get your answers in. Get them in, get them in, get them in. Because question 8 is coming your way. And we're in 2007. Ooh, I like this one. Alright, you're going to get 30 seconds. Again, here we go.
Let it never be said
3 extra seconds there because the vocals might help a little bit. So, good tune that. I like that. Yep. Alright, have a think about it, get your answers in. Yep, don't worry about spelling too much. I'll understand if you're trying to write in what I think you're trying to write in, then yeah, don't worry about it. I've got you. Okay, so here we go. Get your answers in. Get them in. Yep, I got your answer. Yeah, here we go. All right, we're moving on to question number 9. You're going to get 30 seconds again from this UK number 1. We're in 2008. This definitely isn't one of Little Les's picks. Here we go.
It was 1989, my thoughts were short, my hair was long. Caught somewhere between a boy and man. She was 17 and she was far from in between. It was summertime in northern Michigan.
Alright. The fact that your answers are still coming in backwards, Julia, is really funny. Because that answer backwards is kind of amusing. It made me chuckle. Alright, so get your answers in. Ooh, best the dog. That's harsh. I can see everything that you're typing, by the way. Best the dog. Giving Gosport shit. Only people from Gosport can give people from Gosport shit. Alright, get your answers in. We are moving on to, last but not least, question 10. Here we go. Yes, much to the delight of some people. Here's question 10 from 2009. What is this 30-second piece of music? Here we go. I like this one.
I'm looking in the mirror and I think I'm liking what I see. Big pink light shining bright like I'm on the TV. My heart pumps as the bass drum thumps. You gotta move when the floorboard jumps.
Alright, who is that? Again, Little Les probably chose that one for the video. And probably not the music. To be fair. Yes, this is another one that looks funny backwards. That is correct. Alright, so that was question 10. That was the last one. Last music question of the round. I think this one may have... I don't know, I haven't looked at the scoreboard yet, but it's going to be close. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be close. Alright, so get your answers in. Give you a few more seconds, otherwise... Best the Dog are trying to make up for the Gosport abuse by coming up with lots of Portsmouth jokes. It's a little bit better. All right, so get your answers in. We are going to go through the answers. So 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. We're going through the answers. Here we go. So number 1, the answer was A1. It was not Aha. Aha sung the original. A1 completely bastardized it and ruined it in 2000. Yep, sorry guys. Number 2, this was Afro Man with Because I Got High. Number 3, this was Oasis. Tricked a few people up. Number 4, this was Busted with Crashed the Wedding. Number 5 was Eric Prydz. Good tune. You either knew that one or you did not, I think. Just get your spelling. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Number 6, this was Frog Crazy, as the Five Alls would say, or Crazy Frog, with their remix of Axel F. Number 7 was Nelly Furtado with Man Eater. Number 8, this was the Kaiser Chiefs with Ruby. There we go. Hang on, let me just get your spelling. Number 9 was Kid Rock with All Summer Long. And last but not least, number 10 was Pixie Lott with Boys and Girls, or Lot Pixie as the Five Alls would call him. Alright. So, round 5 is going to be very interesting. Alright, I'm going to hand you back to little Les. There he is. Let me get you more in the middle. How about that? Alright. So you wanna read out the new leaderboard?
Yeah. Okay, let's go for it then, Mark.
Hang on. Let me just remark the last one. Yep, I marked you correct for the last one. Bessie dog. Don't worry, you got that.
Okie dokes. So let's see the scores on the doors, and I'll read them out, and we'll go through it.
All right. This could get emotional. Here we go.
One round to go. Here we go. So 5 Alls 31, Cosmic Cabbage 31, Frazzle Lobsters 29, Team Momo 22, Best Dog 15. Bobs and Stu 11, the Fam 7, and the Interstellar Sea Slug 6. So that was obviously a good round for the 5 Alls and Cosmic Cabbage. Not so good for the Frazzle Lobsters. But again, 2 points difference between the top 2 teams. Can they hang on to the lead? We're about to find out. Last round is in honor of His Royal Highness Prince Philip. I had the pleasure of meeting him 4 times during his lifetime and mine. So, all to do with Prince Philip. So, best of luck, everyone. In what year did His Royal Highness Prince Philip marry Elizabeth? No. So, in what year did His Royal Highness Prince Philip marry Elizabeth? And they got married on the same day as I was born. Not the same year, I might add. They got married on the same day as I was born. But in what year did His Royal Highness Prince Philip marry Elizabeth?
Yes, I figured your answer was backwards again, Julia. We're not time traveling into the future. That would be good.
And you asked about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Which one am I? Hopefully you can see that.
Is that Grumpy?
Yep.
Grumpy Grandad, as the grandkids call you.
Yeah. Right. So 10-second countdown coming up. In what year did HRH Prince Philip marry Elizabeth? So, moving on, question 2. What Mediterranean island was His Royal Highness Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, born on? What Mediterranean island was His Royal Highness Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, born on? If you have no idea, think of an island in the Mediterranean, and that could be the right one.
I thought we were going to get a little Les story there.
I could, but I'm just conscious of the time.
Because you have been here, right?
I have been there, yeah. It's famous for a beach called Glavada Beach. So if you know where Glavada Beach is, and the reason why it's famous Glavada Beach is because that's where they filmed a James Bond movie.
Isn't that where you went
Where-
parasailing?
Yes.
And they had to deploy the world's biggest parachute because you were too fat to get off the ground.
No, they had 3
They had
parachutes.
3 parachutes. All right.
Yeah. Right, so 10-second countdown coming up.
Yep, question 3's up.
Yeah.
Then
So
a bit of lag there. Yep.
question 3. How many sisters did His Royal Highness Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, have? So how many sisters did His Royal Highness Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, have? So how many sisters did His Royal Highness Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, have? Perhaps difficult for Crinny in the USA, but last weekend's newspapers on the Sunday and the Saturday obviously had so many articles all about Prince Philip, his life story, etc. So there were special pages, special pullouts. So certainly mentioned more than once for various reasons. So how many sisters does His Royal Highness Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, have? So Mark is now coming back. I can hear him. So we're going to have a 10-second countdown. How many sisters does His Royal Highness Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, have? So 10 seconds coming up. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Moving on. Question 4. Where in England, i.e. the location name, did His Royal Highness Prince Philip and Elizabeth start their honeymoon? So they got married. Where did they go to have their honeymoon and the initial start of their honeymoon? What particular place, name, location name did they go to?
It's a nice place. Have you been here?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's very nice.
It's very nice. Yep. It's been a while.
I've been there twice. The second time I went there for the fishing. You know me, I don't fish, but it was very interesting.
I did a team building exercise there with work.
Oh, did you? I went there with Jack and Trixie.
Mhm.
We got a special invitation, and that was with we had dinner with Vera Lynn and the Countess Mountbatten.
You didn't start singing, did you?
No.
Good.
But yeah, it was quite a. In fact, I've got something here on the right hand side of it. That was with Jack with because of the Burma Star. Right, 10-second countdown coming up. So, question 5. Where in Scotland did His Royal Highness Prince Philip receive most of his teenage education?
Isn't that a bit of an oxymoron? That implies you can get educated if you go to Scotland.
Well, most of his teenage education, yeah. There you go. There is a picture of Jack. Mark remembers Jack very well. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep. Southampton Town Crier.
Southampton Town Crier.
He was a good man.
Yeah, he was a very good man.
Says a Gosport. I'll have you know, I went to the finest educational establishment Gosport has to offer.
Yeah. That's the only place that would accept you, Mark.
Ew. It's not like it was back in the good old days.
Yeah. Right, so 10-second countdown coming up. Where in Scotland did His Royal Highness Prince Philip receive most of his teenage education? Question 6, quite a long one. His Royal Highness Prince Philip had to break the news to Elizabeth that she was the Queen after the death of her father. But in what country were they during part of their World Commonwealth tour? So in what country was Prince Philip and Elizabeth when Prince Philip had to tell the Queen or tell Elizabeth that her father died and she was Queen?
Apparently, Julia went to Bridgemary Senior School, which explains a hell of a lot now.
Yeah, weren't they at Bridgemary? Weren't their uniform, where you sort of like wore striped clothing and you had to carry a ball and a chain around with you as well? Is that the place?
I thought it was the bright orange jumpsuit place.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. So HR Prince Philip had to break the news to Elizabeth that she was a queen after the death of her father. But in what country were they during part of their World Commonwealth tour? And again, it just so happens I have a newsletter here from your granddad, Mark, and it's all typed out and everything else, like there. Because he was on board HMS Vanguard, which was doing a tour with Her Majesty at the time. So that is all about the actual event and demise of the King and Elizabeth becoming the Queen. So 10%, 10-second countdown. So moving on to question 7. In May 1961, he, meaning Prince Philip, was the first British monarch to have done what? That could be a lot of things, but in May 1961, Prince Philip was the first British monarch to have done what? And what did he do that was the first time that a British monarch had ever done?
You joke, lobsters. The lobsters, I think, are putting in a joke answer with visit Gosport, but Gosport was visited by many, many monarchs.
Yeah,
over the
Queen
years.
Victoria especially.
It was a favourite of Queen Victoria, who used to catch the train down to Gosport to go on the royal yacht over in Portsmouth.
And there were 2 princes of Queen Victoria's that went to the Gosport schools.
Yep. And in fact, the train line used to run right next to the Five Alls pub.
Yeah, just behind it, literally, and it's still there, but it's now turned into a heritage place. So, in May 1961, Prince Philip was the first British monarch to have done what? 10-second countdown coming up.
So yeah, it's very easy to take the mick out of Gosport, but it's a very famous place with a lot of history.
Yep. So, question 8. His Royal Highness Prince Philip originally had a career in the Royal Navy and served during World War II, even fighting against 3 of his brother-in-laws. But what rank did he finally achieve, having this rank bestowed on him by Her Majesty the Queen in June 2011? a very special rank in the Royal Navy. His Royal Highness Prince Philip originally had a career in the Royal Navy and served during World War II, even fighting against 3 of his brothers-in-laws. But what rank did he finally achieve, having bestowed on him by Her Majesty Queen in June 2011?
And how specific are you going to be here?
It has to be the answer that you see in front of you, Mark.
Has to be exact. All right. You heard him. Oh, lobsters. I liked King of Gosport. That was a good one.
HRH Prince Philip originally had a career in the Royal Navy and served during World War II, even fighting against 3 of his brothers-in-laws. But what rank did he finally achieve, having been bestowed on him by Her Majesty the Queen in June 2011? A very, very special rank, which can only be bestowed by a monarch.
Now
So-
we're
Huh? I'll tell you, what am I doing now? I'm just searching. There you go. Yeah. Right. Okay.
You right over there?
Yeah. So let's have a 10-second countdown.
We interrupting anything? You want to get back to your night?
I'm just trying to find a picture in relation to that the answer to that question. Right. Question 9. On what day and date, aged 99, did His Royal Highness Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, sadly pass away? What day and date did His Royal Highness Prince Philip pass away?
So one thing I always wanted to know, and I guess we'll never know, unfortunately. But when he reached 100, would the Queen have sent him a letter?
Yes, he would. He would have received a yeah. He would have done.
I find that amusing. It's a shame that. So what happens when the Queen turns 100? Does she send herself a letter?
That's a very good question. No one knows the answer to that because no monarch has ever achieved it. And before her, there wasn't such things as telegrams.
That's what I mean. Is it's going to be interesting. I
So on
wonder
what
wonder
day?
if she'll write herself a funny little note and then laugh at it when she opens it.
On what? Yeah, what day and date, age 99, did Her Royal Highness Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, sadly pass away? So 10-second countdown coming up.
Again, 5-alls. Your answer's a comedy when written backwards.
Yeah, we'll have to have a backwards round.
We'll have to have a backwards round, yeah. Make people
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I'll see if I can come up with something for next week on that one. Right, last question of the evening. His Royal Highness Prince Philip's one and only command as captain of an RN vessel was A, HMS Gannet, B, HMS Magpie, C, HMS Cormorant, or D, HMS Starling. So you can either put A, B, C, or D for your answer, or you can either put Gannet, Magpie, Cormorant, or Starling. So His Royal Highness Prince Philip's one and only command as captain of an RN vessel was, and even though I say captain of RN vessel, his actual rank at the time was lieutenant commander. But in the Royal Navy, if you are in charge of a vessel, you are called a captain, irrespective of your rank at the time. The one and only time he was a captain of an RN vessel, he was a lieutenant commander, which is 2 thin stripes with two middle-sized stripes with a thin one in between. His Royal Highness Prince Philip's one and only command as captain of RN vessel was A, HMS Gannet, B, HMS Magpie, C, HMS Cormorant, or D, HMS Starling. What one was he in charge of? So, the last question of the evening. Thank you very much, guys and girls, for joining us. Very, very much appreciate it. Welcome to Best the Dog, new team. Hope to see you next week. Say 8 o'clock. Spread the word. Get people to join your team. You know how it works. So, without further ado, I'll just give you a 10-second countdown. So, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that concludes tonight's quiz. Let's see how you did with the answers. Right, when were Philip and Elizabeth married? 1947. 1947.
Or if you're the Five Alls in the future, it's the year 7491.
What was the island that he was born on? Corfu.
Which is famous because that's where little Les went. You are correct.
And where his house is, or his palace, or whatever you like to call it, is outside. There's the Corfu Square, which is a cricket ground. He was born opposite a cricket ground. Question 3. How many sisters did HRH Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh had? He had 4. Margarita, Theodore, Cicely, and Sophie. And they all married German princes, which is why it was ironic in the Second World War. He actually fought against his brother-in-laws in naval battles. Unfortunately, he lost one of his sisters when he was age 16. She died in an air crash. And he was quite devastated, obviously so. But and the other fact about his sisters were when they got married in 1947, his sisters were not invited in 1947 to the wedding because there was still 2 years after the war had finished that animosity against the Germans. So they felt that they shouldn't be invited. There you go.
There you go. It's your little history lesson.
Question 4. Where did they honeymoon? They honeymooned at a place called Broadlands House in Hampshire.
Very nice place.
Very nice place.
Very nice place.
Number 5. He spent most of his teenage education in Gordonston. Again, pronunciations and spelling.
Stone. Yeah. Yeah.
Prince Philip had to break the news to Elizabeth to say that she was queen while they were touring the Commonwealth in Kenya, Kenya. And another bit of trivia, the Royal Standard that flies above Buckingham Palace, how many times is it taken down or lowered? Any idea of the answers? Mark, the answer is never. The Royal Standard is never, ever lowered or put a half mast. It flies forever and ever because when a king or queen dies, it automatically means that the next king or queen takes over. Likewise, it's never lowered at all. So the Royal Standard always remains. So in May 61, who was the first British monarch to have done what? Prince Philip was the first person of the monarchy to be interviewed on TV. So appear on TV or interviewed on TV, either way.
Yeah, so I think technically we were talking member of the monarchy, not necessarily. There was some grumbles about, but he's not the monarch, the queen is the monarch. But you get it. Come on.
Number 8, the only answer acceptable is Lord High Admiral. Lord High Admiral. That honour was bestowed on him by the Queen for his 95th birthday. And if you want to know what a Admiral of the Fleet looks like, I don't know if you can see that. But
little Les is the shortest one.
yeah, I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah,
but
we can see it.
Yeah. So he, an Admiral of the Fleet, which is the one there, is a thick gold ring and 4 above it. The Lord High Admiral has a thick gold ring and 4 above it. That Lord High Admiral is only bestowed by the Queen, and Admiral of the Fleet is now no longer in existence. When that person died, which was Sir Henry Leach, the rank died with him as well. So as I say. So Lord High Admiral, I think it's only been bestowed twice since the Royal Navy has ever been formed. So that is the only answer, I'm afraid, except one answer, Lord High Admiral.
All right. Getting a naval
Question-
lesson today.
Question 9. His Royal Highness sadly passed away on the 9th of April.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Yeah, everybody typed in dates slightly differently.
Yeah.
And Crinny's
So
all
it's-
clever typing it in American date format. Bear with me. Hang on.
Well, we could be cruel with Crinny and say it's unacceptable because, you know, it's not in. It is the UK quarantine quiz, so it's not in the UK format. But we wouldn't be so cruel, would we, Mark?
Well, I wouldn't. You would.
Yeah.
Especially to Crinny. Alright. Last but not least.
Last but not least, question 10. What was the ship that he was captain of? It was B, HMS Magpie, and there still is a HMS Magpie in existence. So Prince Philip's one and only command as captain of RN's vessel was HMS Magpie, which I know he was captain of in 1950.
Alright. We got a really interesting leaderboard tonight.
So scores on the doors, and we do have a tiebreaker question if we need it. So let's see how we did.
You ready? You ready for this?
Right, let's go for it.
Final scoreboard for the evening. Here we go.
Right, so 5-alls on 39, Cosmic Cabbage on 39, Frazzle Lobsters on 37, Team Momo 25, Best the Dog, but where's the I can't read that, but whereas Momo 18. So well done, guys and girls. Bob and Stu and Pauline 13, Fam 13, Interstellar Slugs 8. So 5-alls and Cosmic Cabbage, well done this evening. You know, you're both joint winners. Hard luck the Frazzle Lobsters. It's good to see someone on top of the podium different. You're both winners, but let's have a tiebreaker. Very interesting tiebreaker.
I like this one. This is a really good question.
And it will be the closest to it, but in the event of you both being equal distance away, it will be the one that's closest under. Okay, so the closest to it doesn't matter whether you're over or below, but if you're both exactly the same distance away, then it will be the one under. So the tiebreaker question, Mark. So good luck, 5-alls. So I am going to give you literally only 30 seconds. So come up with your answers. Well, I'll give you 45 seconds. So here we go. There have been 22 series and 126 episodes of Midsummer Murders. But how many deaths, not all murders or necessary scene, have there been in total throughout the entire series? So your time has started. There have been 22 series and 126 episodes of Midsummer's Murders. But how many deaths, not all murders or not necessarily seen, have there been in total throughout the entire series? So when I say not all murders, there could have been some accidents, there could have been some suicides. So I want the total number of deaths throughout the entire series. So I'm going to give you literally 10 more seconds. So make certain you come up with an answer. One more time, there have been 22 series, 126 episodes of Midsummer's Murders. How many deaths, not all murders or necessarily seen, have there been in total throughout the entire series? So your time starts now. Can we have a countdown on that one, Mark, or not?
No.
Right, okay. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Time's up. Make certain you've got an answer in.
Right, so I assumed your answer was backwards, Julia. Don't worry.
So what have we got from the 5 alls from
Alright,
Julian
so
team?
the actual answer is
No, let's before we give the actual answer, let's see what the
too
answers
late.
are.
I've already sent it.
Oh, right, okay. 581. An average of 4.6 deaths per episode. Ha! And like I said, who would want to live there?
Yep. So the cosmic cabbage came in with 252.
Yep.
So you guys are still under. However, the 5 alls came in with 500. Therefore, your winners for this evening
Are the 5 alls.
are the 5 alls.
Congratulations. Commiserations to the Cosmic Cabbage. As I say, both joint winners, but ultimately that one question has done you in. Close, but not close. So 5 alls, gold podium, Cosmic Cabbage, silver podium, and Frazzle Losses bronze. As I say, well done to the other teams as well. Thanks for taking part. As always, hope you enjoyed the evening. Keep safe and keep out of mischief. Please join us next week. It will be fun and interesting rounds next week. Music round, we will stop at the 2000s. We will have a completely different theme for music next week. So watch this space. Likewise, with the picture round, be completely different. Okay,
Yeah. So yes, lobsters. By the way, you did guess the same as the 5 alls, but you weren't in the tiebreaker. So there's no tiebreaker on the tiebreaker if you didn't qualify for the tiebreaker in the first place. Sorry, but the lobsters do pass on their congrats to the cabbages and the 5 alls.
well done, guys and girls, and everyone else for taking part. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Please do join us next week. Spread the word. See if we can get a few more teams in. As I say, we will only have a few more weeks to go. So it'll be for a couple of months. But then certainly in June we will shut down.
Yeah, we'll keep going. So yes, Best the Dog. If you guys are still listening, I take it you guys are hanging over from Quizlad and Quizwife's quiz. Yes, we are still going. We'll keep this going for a little while. So yeah, you're more than welcome to join. Bring old teammates back, and we'll carry on the fun. And yes, on the certificates for the charity quiz, that's on me. It's on my list of to-dos. They are the signed photograph of Zoe Huggins, Mayor of Gosport, is still coming your way. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Thanks very much, everybody.
Okay. Cheers, everyone.
Take care.
Take care.
See you next week.
Okay. Take care. Bye.
Bye.